Greetings, it is I, the Harbinger of Destruction, the Dragon of the Abyss, Dreadscape Gaming. We're going to be playing more Diablo IV, Season 14, Death Awakening, even though I think it should be called Death's Awakening, because it would make grammatical sense. We're going to be continuing to play the Rogue build. Now, originally I was going to do this stream yesterday on, not yesterday, originally today I was going to do it on Twitch, but because the VOD numbers were surprisingly good. I'm testing audio. Just a quick sec. The VOD numbers were surprisingly really good, which thank you. I was quite surprised by that. We're going to continue here on YouTube the journey. So I did grind a lot off of stream yesterday because I did not want you to have to watch me grind from level 35 all the way to level 70 to be able to actually hit endgame. So that is one thing that I did. I also have kind of gotten my gear at like most of it at 850. I also did get what is needed for the barrage build, that being Wind Force, which is a unique that's like an absolute necessity to have. I also got a random dagger that it's okay. It's nice to have it, so to speak. And we're just kind of building a little bit further into like really truly gearing up. We also got some Paragon obviously unlocked. So basically, I'm level 70 plus 40, so I'm like level 111 right now. I did not do any of the rest of the story. I decided that we would continue that on stream together today, because it only makes sense. So the goal today is hopefully to finish out the seasonal story, and after we finish out the seasonal story, the next objective is trying to get to either Torment 2 or Torment 3. And the goal also is we want to have a whole bunch of ancient legendaries probably by the end of today's stream. That's like goals that we have set. Were we reach them all? I don't know. I did. It's the same voice I heard in Pandemonium. What do you mean?
Get back in there before whatever it is.
Okay, so they just want me to go back in? Oh. What the hell's that? I guess we're taking care of it then. We carried so much.
It's a wonder, innit?
In it. That's an interesting expression that's only used in the UK.
And let it come.
Yep.
I lost someone.
Who'd you lose?
He helped me when I was lost. Talked me into thinking there was still light to be had in this life.
I wonder who it was.
Off into the night with the rest of them.
Do you think that could have been Laura, maybe?
Get to do this.
Interesting. Alright, I guess we'll go for the portal. I'm hoping the seasonal story picks up, because the thing about it that has kind of been a bit of a deal breaker for me is the seasonal story hasn't been good. We're in Pandemonium. Pandemonium, for those of you who don't know, is actually the final area that you go to in Diablo 3 where you fight Mephiel. Now, I have a hankering suspicion that this is all going to lead up to the return of Mephiel. Mephiel, for those of you who don't know, is the Archangel of Death. Basically, he's the Grim Reaper of the Diablo universe. And in Diablo 3, this is a spoiler for people who haven't played it. In Diablo 3, the Grim Reaper decides that he's going to turn against heaven and tries to use the Soul Stone, which has all the prime evils as well as the lesser evils. He wants to use it to corrupt himself and become like the ultimate prime evil himself, Death himself. What ends up happening is the Wanderer in that game, who's not even called the Wanderer, the Nephilim, ends up defeating him, and because of that, it kind of sets in motion for the Prime Evils and the Lesser Evils to be able to run free once again. So Mephiel's kind of the reason why there's a Diablo IV, so to speak, which is kind of, I guess, a storyline cop-out, because if they didn't have any of the evils around, there wouldn't be even a game to talk about. There wouldn't be a Diablo Immortal, there wouldn't be a Diablo 4. So it's kind of a bit fascinating in that retrospect with it, you know. Because for me, I always really have been fascinated in more of the Angel story. Like, I was kind of happy in terms of the story campaign. This is a spoiler for people who don't know, but Diablo Lord of Hatred expansions have been out quite a while already at this point. So it's not really like a really big spoiler at this point that, you know, we put an end to Mephisto's plan, and we also put an end to basically the conflict of Inarius. And we know we have the return material, but we haven't seen Baal, we haven't seen Diablo, and conspicuous by most of their absence is the High Heavens. We didn't see Imperius, who is like the leader of the Angels. He basically, all we know about him is that he sealed the gates after the events of Diablo III. We know Tyrael is human, but he has still some connections to his angel power, which I think if they do decide to go on their expansion route, that's probably something that they will potentially explore. The other thing, too, that I would like to see is, like, where is Diablo in all this? Because Diablo's been conspicuously quiet. And usually in the Diablo games, Diablo is usually in the base game and never shows up necessarily in expansions. The only time that Diablo wasn't really in a base game was Diablo Immortal, where Diablo then, like, shows up as an event. I'm hoping that in the future it's not going to be one of those situations where we see returning characters only as an event and we don't get them like in expansions, even though I think like most people kind of at this point are over, I don't want to say entirely over with Diablo 4, but the love affair for a lot of people is kind of gone, right? You know, it had a very good successful launch for the expansion. People were very into it. I have seen a lot of negative stuff about the season. I myself kind of am a little bit underwhelmed by it because it just feels like outside of this thing that's kind of new, or actually going into Pandemonium for the first time in a while, I feel like it's not really offering anything different in terms of the seasonal campaign for us. And it feels like this season in particular is just a reskin of the Season of Blood, but without the powers. And that's the biggest problem with Diablo 4 in particular. Throughout its livelihood and lifespan, I guess I should say, is the fact that Diablo 4 has constantly, for seasonal themes, just for all intents and purposes, recycled the Season of Blood theme, and they'll do one or two things to kind of change up the gameplay mechanic, but it's still kind of the same card, just with a different coat of paint, right? So for me, particularly, I would love to see them do something a little bit more ambitious with the seasonal stuff, as opposed to just kind of copying and pasting everything, because then it's like, you know, it's just, why do you keep coming back for the same type of experience for seasonal campaign? At that point, you might as well just stick to the Eternal Realm, because it's not really offering anything necessarily groundbreaking, so to speak. So, the Corrupted Reaper, this might be actually a version of Mephial. Look at its name, it's the Corrupted Reaper. So it's actually... Oh, he's attacking like Mephial. This is Mephial's attacks from Diablo 3. So... Zariel the Corrupted Reaper might be Mephial in disguise. That's Mephial's attack from the original game. This is Mephial reskinned. Oh my goodness, it is Mephial. It's Mephial in demon form. That's who they were worshipping. I knew it. I knew it. These sneaky, sneaky bastards. You don't have a phase 2? That has to be Mephial resurrected as a demon. But he died so quick. This is barely a fight. Mephial has returned, Dreadknights. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Mephial returned in demon form. Freaking sweet. Wait, on here, let me check. You guys still with me, right? Yeah, my phone's acting up. If you're on YouTube Mobile, YouTube Mobile might be having a little silliness. Tomfoolery. So the best thing I can tell is like refresh on your phone or mobile device. Ooh. Nice.
The Reapers.
Yes, the Reapers have returned. That means that Mephial is connected to this. She's laughing maniacally. Wow. What's her? She's cuckoo. She's losing it. Danica, we need you.
Are you all right? No. Well, what can you do but laugh?
Now, for those of you who don't know, the Reapers are Mephial's army.
Reapers? Against death itself? There is nothing you can do.
So he's worshipping them.
By the light. Who are you?
I am no one.
Stranger, I'm no one, brave child.
And for all your might,
Were you part of the events of the previous one?
journey well.
Yeah, well, piss off, you
Piss off. Wow, I always love when characters use that expression. It's so freaking cool to me. They're telling us to back down. Can we go through it again? You got a stable horse. The horse? I want to see what the horse looks like. I'm sorry, I know we're kind of deviating a little bit. Oh, it's just that, right? Is it an actual horse? No, we didn't get a horse cosmetic. It's just a trophy. It's something. Is that the end of the season? It's just, hey, the Reapers are back. That's it. Pick this up. I think we finally got a better home than what we had. Yep, but you have a barrier, damage reduction. I need to put the marksman skill on this, though. Because if I'm not mistaken, we need that for power up. So we'll do that a quick second before we continue anywhere else in the story. Is that the end of the story? Yeah, that's the end of the story, so it's just the Reapers come back. So we're just... That's the end of the seasonal journey, apparently. And the rest is just fishing out the board. That's kind of weak sauce. Yeah, Blizzard. So they basically hinted that Mophile is probably going to return the next season. I was expecting a little bit more. I'm glad I kind of waited to do that on stream with these guys, because if not, and I did it by myself, it would have been kind of underwhelming, to say the very least. I'm just going to mark it, but chances are I'm not going to use any of this gear, because we need, like, mythics, really, to take this build to the next level. This can go away. Junk that. Let's go over here, put the marksman on it. Hopefully I have enough material for it. Dominance. Elusive. Ferocity. Marksman skills have a chance. I don't have that on anything. I can't put it on there just yet, so we'll have to hold off on it for now. We're missing a legendary piece. Maybe we'll get it from here. I was kind of underwhelming, so it's just Mophile's coming back. If not, that attacked exactly like Mophile, so I wouldn't be surprised that that was supposed to be like Demon Mophile. Level up from that. That's it. I'm hoping for a little bit more. Blizzard. Do I have fluidity yet? I don't. We're gonna put exploit here for now, but it's not really gonna matter. We have to switch it to fluidity. I don't have it yet. We haven't gotten that gem. Alright, I guess the only thing left to do is to do the seasonal event and continue to grind. Which seasonal event is just basically going into the Hell Tides and doing like the actual minigame event to level the board, and we'll get stuff that way. So basically we just know that like Mophile's coming and there's people that are like worshipping him. Kind of a weird way to end that seasonal story. It's just like teased. But that enemy definitely attacked like Mophile does. So the Reapers are coming. Why are the Reapers coming back after all this time? Because technically they were originally part of Heaven, but I don't know. Interesting. Fascinating that they would go that route with the story. Well, I guess, like, if you want to extend the story of Diablo IV as much as possible, bringing the Reapers, an old enemy from Diablo III, might be a better idea than, you know, just going straight into either Diablo and Veil and then you go slow cook things. Maybe they're also gauging interest to see if they could get away with doing like a Reapers of Soul expansion too. We're hitting levels pretty quickly, but I have like my tree built up a certain way for endgame activities now, because it's like I know I have to grind a whole bunch of levels. I was gonna do like the smart thing, and I did a lot off of stream. Hell Tides, because I was like, since we have to do Hell Tides, it makes the most sense to invest my time off the stream focusing on the war plans for that. I probably should have put a war plan up, but I just kind of want to continue to push the seasonal thing to see if anything else I want. But I'm pretty sure that was just the end of it there. And now the next thing is just like finishing out the board. I was kind of hoping for more from the season. Like, it just felt very light. Half-baked, I guess you could say. Felt like they didn't put their best effort here. Mophile coming back, though, is pretty much a lock at this point. Like, there's no... They obviously teased that for a specific reason to kind of get, like, people hyped about it. But then again, like, if you've never played Diablo 3, I know because I played Diablo 3, you would be, like, so out of wits with that. You're not? Okay. Let's go back here. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Back that over here. The good thing about these, as much as I didn't like them the first day, They're the best source of farming level ups, but obviously sometimes you gotta back away from them. There's a one-hit death coming. See if I can get some positioning here. We're in Torment 1. Things are gonna get much harder as we continue to like gear ourselves up. Let me go over here, see if we can get a little bit. One thing is I don't like having to chase these, because it's like, hey, instead of standing in a circle, you did in previous seasons, do that. Surprised there's nobody on the map. I think maybe most people already saw the seasonal story and were like, that's it. Gotta watch out for the one-hit death here. Okay. Good thing is I'm definitely much stronger now as yesterday. I just gotta watch out. So there's a lot of it up near me. How much health do I have? 1 health flow above. Okay. If I do this, I'll be able to summon a boss. Just gotta keep doing the ritual for a couple more minutes. Seconds, I should say. Come on. Don't. Okay. Kept it open long enough. Should be seeing a big baddie pretty soon. No? Okay, so we beat him. In theory, he should open a portal. He didn't? A bit surprising. You get nothing? Maybe you have to do more than one after? Move back here. Okay, good. Slay Harbingers. We're doing a whole bunch of different things all at the same time, for those of you wondering. So basically what we're doing is we're doing Helltides there. We also did seasonal objectives, and on top of seasonal objectives, we have enough to open up a couple of these chests. Actually, a lot of chests. But the good thing is at least you get a lot of cinders to open Helltide chests. The problem is Helltide chests in general this season have been very nerfed. They're not as awesome as they used to be. You know, one thing I will... I don't think I could kill this guy. I'm gonna move away from him because he's basically the run killer. But I won't be able to do anything and then like the chest will get all messed up. Alright, let's open this. Enemies attack me before I could open it. That's fine. Open it now. Okay, so their living skill's kind of useful. Might not look like it. Alright, let's do these again, because again, we're trying to get the seasonal objective out of the way. So then we could just focus on our things. Plus, it's like the best source of farming for experience points at the moment. This is why people like it. I was wondering why people were like bum rushing into my stuff every time I was doing it on a world yesterday, but it was because of that. Just like the best way to get XP farm going. I learned a lot in the time that I wasn't streaming it yesterday. There's no more of the circle. Is this gonna be a short one? No, there's not much I could do. Not me. Let's put some shields up. Okay, good. That's gonna close. Got a couple more enemies while we're at it. Okay, good. Big baddie coming around. Thought our shield was gonna get him there. Thank you, Barrage, for being super powerful. Let's go open a couple chests. The reason for that is it'll give us materials that we need to be able to craft stuff. Because we're gonna have to spend a lot of time in the cube. Which is a lot of what Diablo IV endgame lately now is. We also have to see, like, what's our next objective for the seasonal journey. No. Okay, good. Open that. Good. Get the chest armor. Okay. Now I'm actually starting to see stuff I like. Give me the living steel. Get rid of this. Pick up the chest armor. Not maybe barrel what I have, so. Good thing is now we can just start dusting things to put like what we really want on this build. There's like no sweat there. Is there a yellow chest on this map? It's the main thing that I need. Do we have a yellow one anywhere on the map? We do not. That's surprising. Alright, let's go for another gift of protection. There's always a chance maybe we might be able to get a unique to drop from it. In theory. It's so hot today. Won't be going super long today because I'm going to obviously give my computer a little bit of a break because I'm in a heat wave right now. And the AC, I don't have it connected right now. I have a fan on right now. So it's, I want to make the computer run too hot. Especially for prolonged hours today. So I won't be like doing a big stream. This OBS and everything it just makes computers run very hot. Okay, some good material there. Where's the next chest? Gonna go open that one. Once we deplete that, then we'll start running it back on like the other little things to do to try to finish out the board a bit more. Alright. Good job. Nice. Move this over here. I like it. Good damage rotation. Use that for mobility. Okay, nice. Take that. I'm not gonna pick up any of that stuff because I don't really need it right now. Sometimes you could get a good yellow base though, so it's not always terrible. Why would I want? That's that in-game event, right? I'm not gonna really use the horse here because I'm just trying to on top of that get more thinders as well as those eye things because the eyes are for the Overwatch event. Okay. Harbinger is coming? Yeah. I am the only Harbinger of destruction that's allowed here. Take that. Okay. Unique drop. Is it a dagger? No, it's boots. Drop this. I wanted to drop something blue, but for the moment, do that. Might be bear boots, so I have slightly better and slightly worse. I don't really need those boots, but hey, at least we'll have some dust material, which is a bit more important than anything else right now. Move over here. 125, that's easy for us to do. Something good drop there. An amulet. It'd be nice to have like an ancient legendary amulet or stuff drop. A unique one would be good too. Because that's what we're basically focused as on a whole bunch of white gear. Okay, good. We do that. I think that's the case, maybe drop something decent. It did not. It's unfortunate. What's the next chest? Over here. Weaponry. That should give us a good 150 chest, probably. Because most of them are always 150. Sometimes they're 125. Open them for the sake of argument in case they give us something useful. We can also probably start to attempt to do boss farming. I would prefer to have my glyphs a little bit more leveled up just yet. I think maybe what we do next is we'll do like a pit run crossbow. I don't need a white crossbow. There's not really anything super useful in terms of crossbows that would be unique that I could use like the cube recipe with. Okay, good. Nice. I like it. Good. Nice. Good damage rotations again. Let's open that damn souls. I'll do the Hellspire since I'm already here. You never know if it's also like a true whisper thing. I don't think it is on the map. Also, it gives you, as you can see, a good opportunity to level up. We started at level 30 today, and then we went to 50 already, and we've only been playing about 20 minutes or so. That's crazy good games there, Dreadknights. Again, that's why I did a lot of off-stream grinding, because I was like, I know yesterday's stream was a little bit boring, because it was just me leveling and trying to get the gear, so I was like, I don't want to put you through another day. I was like, I'll just go hardcore on everything, and then I'll get the build kind of in mostly working order, which we did. I'm happy about it. Invest some points here. That's what we're going for first. Put that in, then we work our way to these. Hold that flop. By these, crowd control. Frozen is crowd control, for those of you who don't know. Frozen, stun... There's not really parry in this game. Parry is kind of like stun in this game, I guess is the best way to put it. I wanted to go with a build too that kind of reminds me of the Demon Hunter, because the Demon Hunter is one of my favorite classes in Diablo 3. Is that a dagger? I will pick that up. Hey, wait your turn, buddy. Try to pick up some gear. A white dagger is actually kind of useful because I might be able to get the actual thing I need for this build. Because the white dagger that I have, which is a unique dagger, is not exactly the one I was looking for. So this, we might be able to get like a good roll on it. Maybe get the one I actually desire. Nothing there. Nothing there. Is she part of the season? She is. Okay, let's summon the maiden. This might, if there's people on here in the world, might summon them to my location, which is fine. I don't mind a little bit of help in that retrospect today. First day, I don't really like it too much, because it's like when you're trying to just, like, understand the seasonal theme, you know? But I think a lot of people probably didn't sleep last night because they want to get, like, the Torment 12 to be able to, like, for bragging rights, and then they do, like, the tower and stuff. So I don't suspect I'm going to see too many people in today. Do that. A lot of mobility. I gotta watch out here because I am kind of a little bit of a glass cannon. She does a lot of tomfoolery that way. Move. Her damage output could be better. I'm gonna wait on that. Gotta wait for these busybodies to leave me alone. Alright. Gotta use that for mobility. Oh, stop that. Okay, that was kind of good. I gotta move back. I don't have a lot of health left. That's a curb stomp that she does, so I gotta move back here. Is there really nobody? Okay. Put that up. Oh. Oh no, maybe we can't kill her. Maybe I need a couple more levels on that. Close but no cigar. I'll try it one more time. Could have been I just was a little too greedy. Which I think was my problem with her. I got too aggro before. Come on. Watch out. It's the ring of fire. It burns, burns, burns. Like a ring of fire. Oh. Yeah, she's moving around too much. My damage output's not perfect. It's okay, though. We can't stand here anymore. If we do, she'll one-shot. I think it was more of an issue that we didn't take out the small fries before. You Hellborn things show up always at the worst time. Let me take them out first, because they're going to cause an issue. Oh, I thought we had her there for a second. It's okay. We'll get her now. Come on, land, land. Small fry is still causing problems for me. Got her. See? Just a matter of a different approach. We were too aggro before. I don't really need this. I'm going to save that because maybe we can transmute it to something better. Get rid of that. Pick up that. Ooh, exquisite blood. Don't mind if I do. We also got a Tree of Whispers done. So let's go back to main camp. We'll set up a war plan, and we'll continue to do some leveling that way. How is everybody today? It's hot where I am. Big, big heat wave. Trying to keep my computer cool, as well as myself. Dinner today is frozen burritos for me, because it's bean burritos, so I'm in the mood for, like, something, I guess, healthy, you could say. I've been pretty okay. I didn't really sleep very well yesterday. I had a nightmare. Like an actual nightmare, which I haven't had nightmares in a while. I didn't really have a lot of good sleep yesterday. This is slightly better than what I have, but I don't use a two-handed weapon. I think this is... I'm not going to swap that. The boots... not as good either for me. Not as good as what I have at the moment. Not as good as what I have at the moment. The rings... oh, we got another ring. When casting a skill, you trigger an explosion. Yep. Okay, so now we got our rings good in that retrospect. We do have to, like, fix up the slots in terms of, like, being able to put jewelry on it. That's fine. Let's see if we get lucky here. I want a specific dagger. Oh, I don't have any more to do it. Unlucky. Okay, so what we'll do... put this in the box and save it for later. Put in the box, save it for later. Later. Ew, gross. Gross, that gets... box that. Put the ring in there. There's a cube recipe that turns those into uniques, for those of you who don't know. Alright. Good. Let's see. One. Deep shot. Alright, let's also go here. One-handed weapons, talismans. Let's go with talismans. Feel like we just got bamboozled. Unlucky. Okay. Let's go cheap shot. Now we move this way, add that. Move that way, add that. Subo, what do you got for me? Rappaport. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Let's open this. Exquisite blood. A Lerky. Ooh, better. Better and worse. 143, maximum life, critical strike, lightning resistance. I don't know. Let's put the marksman ability first back on before we start getting like a little crazy with swapping things. Because we need marksman power up here. Not it. That's not it. That's not it. Dominance? No. No. Yep. Because if I don't have this, like that's important for powering up. There's other things. We probably could put some rune words on these too if we needed to. There's a lot of things we can do. Gonna put an socket. Do I have enough to put 2 sockets on this? I don't. We're kind of low on resources at the moment. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll save this. Because it's a better base than what I have. The rest of the stuff we no longer need. Because we have pretty good rings. They're both A50, so for now, unless it's like the skill that I want, we don't need to use any of these gold bases anymore. Okay, good. So we're carrying a little bit lighter now. Oof. Okay. Let's junk that. Alright. Let's see here. What else are we gonna play on? Doing pretty good. Good strides, you can hear me. Okay, that's good to know. I think we should raise the difficulty. Also check out the seasonal journey stuff. Alright. Got that. Got that. Always important to take a look at this stuff. Give us extra level up. Alright, let's start here. Get rid of anything that's not worth it at the moment. No, 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 no. Okay, good. Let's junk that. Alright. We should probably move up in this seasonal tab since we're on free. So in order to do this, we have to be tier 12 Torment 1. think we can do this. Let's do this, just so we can get to the next objective for the seasonal. Because it's important, because these figs give you, like, really good buffs to stuff. To make it easier to get, like, uniques and mythics to drop, in theory. I was hoping we were going to get more of the story, though. But surprisingly, it just ended there. I was expecting a bit more. Okay, good. Let's move out of the way. Is it gonna be like Echo of Elias maybe here? I remember you fight him at some point, I just don't remember where. Okay, good. So I'm assuming a lot of you already heard about the news with PlayStation 5/PlayStation 6. These guys don't know already, Sony has announced that they will no longer, in 2028, be selling physical game discs for any of their game releases, and everything will be digital only, which effectively means that anything that you buy at that point, you will no longer technically own, and you will just be renting from Sony. This was met with a lot of outrage over the last couple of hours on social media. People are calling for a boycott of Sony. There's some other people that were saying, oh, well, you know what, Steam and everything already does this stuff, where there's no physical copies of games. Yeah, that is true. I'm not going to say that that's not wrong. But the thing about it is, like, this is a very dangerous precedent for console gaming. The whole allure of console gaming, besides the fact that you could play first-party titles, was the fact that when you bought a physical edition of a game, you actually owned a physical edition of the game. There was actually a disc inside that. Just like when you bought movies, whether they're Blu-rays or DVDs, you actually own them. The thing about it is now, with digital downloads and stuff of that nature, you're not technically owning the stuff that you buy. You're actually paying to rent it. So at any time, they can kind of take away your access to be able to use that. Now, this might not be a big deal for Zoomers who are kind of lazy and just don't want to have anything physical in their house because of spaces and rent and all that stuff. But for people who are collectors and for people who like to own their things, or, like, let's say the license runs out for something and it gets delisted, you want to be able to actually own the stuff. So it's again another situation of that video game industry is trying to take away the consumer's ability to actually own the media that they are purchasing. To the point that then they could constantly force us to buy more of the same media over and over again by delisting it and then putting as, like, a re-release. An example of this, which is very, very bad look on Sony's part, is that they announced that there was a whole bunch of movies that people had owned, or at least technically rented, from the digital library on PlayStation, that is no longer available. Another thing that they did during this announcement, which is also equally scary and crazy, if you're actually, like, knowledgeable about like video games and, you know, right to own stuff, is the fact that one of the things is that also today Sony announced that they are doing away with the PlayStation 3 and the Sony Vita online storefront. So those games that are digital that you have basically paid to, I guess, rent, if you don't have a hard drive or the space to be able to fit that somewhere, you have lost a whole bunch of money in games that you will never be able to play again. Which kind of sucks if you have, like, a PlayStation 3. So this is bad. This is not good. I do think people should be a little bit smarter and not, like, just accept this whole concept of physical media being phased out entirely. Because this is an issue that happens always for people who, like, are hardcore Netflix watchers. I buy Blu-rays still. I even buy DVDs. I own a Blu-ray player. I prefer to watch my movies on home video where I can just pop in a Blu-ray and I can watch it whenever I want. I don't have to worry about whether I'm near the internet, whether my internet goes down, whether I have to renew a Netflix subscription, a Hulu subscription, a Disney Plus subscription. I pop in a Blu-ray and I get to play it. That's the type of person that I've always been. That's the type of things that I like. So for me, looking at this type of stuff, it's a no-no, you know? And I think, like, anybody who's smart should be pushing back on this, because it starts with Sony, and then if consumers just accept it, the next thing it'll be is that it's going to be Xbox, and Xbox will phase out their physical media. And then before you know it, it's going to be Nintendo then that won't produce cartridges, and then before you own it, no, you won't be able to own any of the video games, and you'll just be renting them for exorbitant prices. The other thing about it is too, like, if from the Sony PlayStation perspective, if you're no longer going to be selling video games as physical copies, why are the games so expensive? Because you're no longer having to worry about the cost of manufacturing a disc. You no longer have to worry about the cost of manufacturing a pamphlet. We know that Sony has gone on the record and stated that they are not going to take a loss when it comes to the PlayStation 6. So whatever the price is in terms of the hardware, they're not going to take any loss to be able to sell it. So it's going to be like the cost of what would probably be equivalent to a mid-range gaming PC, which is what I have concurrently, for those of you who don't know. So at that point, what is really a point of even owning game consoles outside of for like really first-person exclusives that you want? And here's the problem with like first-person exclusives: the majority of first-person exclusive titles eventually have made their way to PC and have had PC ports. So there's not really like simple bow. I might pick this up just in case I could get like a transmute. Like, you know, it's dangerous. This is a dangerous precedent. I don't think it's a good look for the gaming industry. I don't think like people should just lay down and be like, okay, whatever, that's fine, you know? Because here's the other thing that people don't realize. Like, if you're a collector and you're looking to do... Hold that thought while I push a little bit further. If you're looking to do... like, go into game collecting for preservation's sake, right? And you're looking for PlayStation 5 games in particular. PlayStation 5 games are going to go skyrocketing in price now because people are going to like start scalping them. The ones that actually have physical discs, if you can find any now, which is kind of like a miracle to do, even in this day and age. Are you guys still with me? I'm going to leave this thing. Let me check a quick second. Might have had a little bit of a ISP issue. I hope not. Hopefully this doesn't affect too much. Give me a second, okay? So I can restart something. Let me hold here a second. Sorry, sometimes I have Spectrum internet. Spectrum internet is not necessarily the best and most reliable internet. Our streamers who have it know my pain. They've had to deal with it. I'll wait to see if these guys stabilize a bit. My apologies there. You know, so it's bad. I don't think it's a good idea to do half the stuff. It looks like these guys are stabilized, so I'm going to continue now. I think it's a bad look for the game industry. I personally have no interest in getting a PlayStation 6. I have a gaming PC. I can play a lot of titles on my gaming PC. I don't need console exclusives. Nintendo Switch 2, I will say, for those of you who are desperate to have a game console, Switch 2 looks really good on paper now because it is technically the cheaper of the consoles to own right now, of the overpriced next-gen consoles, if you want to call them next-gen, because the majority of them are not even really on par with a PC at this point. Guess we gotta go to unknown portal. Let's do this. It's fascinating what's going on with that. I think there's definitely important to preserve physical media. Because then, like, if you're a collector, all these things are going to go up in price, too. So let's say you get yourself, like, a PlayStation 5 that's, like, a disc version. Which, then again, that's what I feel bad about for, like, the people who have a disc version of the PlayStation 5. Because it's like, now you bought the system that you can't even play or disc with. So it's like, you kind of got duped, and then you're going to have to worry about, like, hard drive space. It's just so many different levels of scumminess to it. And I know what's going to happen. People are not going to complain about it. There's going to be a little bit of, like, a boycott this and stuff. I never was planning to buy a PlayStation 5. Like, I've told the story before here on stream. When I went to get a PlayStation 5, it was during the pandemic, and people were scalping them, right? So every time I would wait in the queue for Walmart and the Sony store trying to get a PlayStation 5, and I couldn't get one. So what ended up happening was, like, with the money that I had at that time, I was like, I'll just buy a gaming laptop. I know gaming laptops are kind of a trap for a lot of people, but considering the space in my apartment is very limited, and considering I'm always on the go, and I like to play my games on the go, was the best thing for me to do in terms of gaming. So, like, with the stuff going on, you know, it's like, I ended up buying a gaming PC and never looked back. Then, obviously, I had that last laptop I had for 6 years. I got like 6 years out of it before it finally like bit the bullet and stuff. And then I got this one, which I got in September. So I should be good, at least if this one lasts 5 years, knock on wood. Should be good for at least the next 5 years in terms of like gaming stuff, because I have 5060. So, you know, I'm kind of future-proof for a bit until whatever, like the 90X series of whatever cards are going to be. And again, for me, I just like to 1080p gaming. I don't care about like 4K gaming. I don't care about like HDR gaming. That stuff's not me. All that stuff makes your computer run way hotter, which then doesn't make it... Can I get in here to actually kill them? I wonder. Alright. We gotta slay 2 more of these dudes. So, you know, for me, it's like, if anything that's gonna make my computer run even more hot, I don't really like to do that. So, it's whatever for me, you know. I'm kind of good for now. I don't plan to do 4K gaming. I don't plan to stream in 4K. I don't really need anything more than what I have right now. I'm perfectly happy with what I have. A lot of the games I play too are like games that don't really require like heavy graphic type of things. Like, for example, like I play Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight can still run. Obviously, I have a 50 series graphics card. I can run just about anything at this point for a while to come. So, like, console gaming wise, I don't think there's anything that I'm going to be interested in. Like, if at some point there's a good bundle for the Switch 2, and maybe it eventually drops in price, and there's a lot of games I want to play, I'll probably get a Switch 2. For now, I don't really need one, because there's nothing on this console that I want to play. I'm not interested in Mario Kart... What is it? Mario Kart World is the name of the game? I'm not interested in that game. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake is pretty interesting. Star Fox remake, I haven't heard any reviews about it yet. Didn't the game come out yet? Or I could be wrong. So, you know, it depends on that stuff. And also, like, a price drop. I'm not spending $500 for a system that is weaker than what I have on my laptop right now. And pay, like, $500. $500 is a quarter of my rent money. And I gotta think, like, realistically as a person. You know, that's a sensible adult. I'm not gonna spend that type of money on something that's, like, necessarily inferior in terms of like graphic capability. I mean, hey, you can take your Switch on the go. Here's the thing, I can take my laptop on the go. Steam Deck, I can take my Steam Deck on the go, you know? So it's like, there's not that big of a lure, like, for me. When there's more first-party titles, it'll probably be different. Like, when the Pokemon game comes out, that's actually like the mainline Pokemon game. If they fix like Pokemon Champions, so it runs better and doesn't feel, you know, kind of like a... I want to say pay to win, but a free-to-play type of, you know, usual business model. Maybe I check it out. Like, I'm not really super invested in anything that the Switch do. Like, I was one of the people when it was coming out, was like, I'm not, like, super excited for this. Because it's just basically, might as well have called it the Switch Pro. Because that's what it feels like to me. I'm not knocking anybody who likes the Switch, too. It's just, like, find me a game that's worth playing on it that I can't play on my PC already. Like, there was a friend of mine that was, like, a hardcore Nintendo fan. And they were telling me, oh, but you can play Elden Ring on it. I can play Elden Ring on my computer. Oh, you could play Monster Hunter Wilds on it. I can play Monster Hunter Wilds on my computer. And I don't have to pay to play my online games. Which has always been, like, a point for me. You know, I don't like to buy a game and then have to, on top of that, fork over money to play the game that I bought online on top of that. To then find out that I don't even own the game. You know? Yeah. Gaming is in a weird spot right now. And some people have kind of talked about this before. In the sense that, like, right now we're kind of, in a way, on our way to potentially, like, a video game crash. Where, like, the video game industry is going to experience something that happened in 1983. I wasn't even born when that happened. Where, like, the video game industry imploded on itself. And it wasn't until, like, the Nintendo Entertainment System came out. that then, like, they were able to recover and bounce back because there's a whole arcade scene was dying out and stuff. I feel like with the way things are going in terms of, like, RAM prices with PC parts, as well as other things in terms of, like, how much consoles are going to be, and the fact that, like, physical media is being phased out, people are being laid off constantly in the video game industry right now. How many studios have been laid off? How many people have lost their jobs? How many of the video game industry right now is trying to push, like, AI, in particular Fortnite? The person who's, like, the CEO of that right now is pushing for AI use in Fortnite. So, you know, gaming's in a very weird spot. There's a lot of titles that AI is being used for it, you know, however you want to feel about it, that's your prerogative. I don't think brain rot skins should be in Fortnite. I think it's a very bad look for the company. I don't think Fortnite should dabble in AI stuff, but that's their prerogative, I suppose. Like, in terms of art-wise, I think it's a bad idea. I mean, even Windows, for those of you who don't know, like, Microsoft Windows 11, a lot of its source code now is being developed via AI. Which, I mean, you know, why do you think so much of Windows 11 H24 2 had so many bugs and was causing so many issues for people with older computers? A portion of the code was being written by AI for it. That's why I didn't even upgrade to the Windows 25 H2 build, I think it is, or H1. I was like, I'm not upgrading to that until my computer is forced into doing that. I don't trust. I really don't trust Microsoft with Windows updates anymore. Because I remember from my old computer, I have, like, trauma from it, where my computer was fine until Windows H24 2 was forced on that machine. And it was a much older machine because it was a machine that was like 6 years old. And once that happened, I started having my graphic card failure. There was RAM check failure. It was like a mitigated disaster. That's why for a while Dread wasn't even streaming really through last of August, because I had like computer failure and then I had to buy a new computer, which that was fun. And so I don't trust Windows for that. Like, you know, I think, here's the thing, you know, because people are going to have it. I think AI can be used to a certain degree, and it can be kind of a helpful tool, but I don't think it should be something that's overly used and overly dependent. I feel like if you rely too heavily on it, considering how many mistakes it makes, you run the risk. And a lot of companies nowadays, instead of wanting to hire people to do certain things, like game developing, this is why I'm kind of bringing this full circle, we'll throw some, like, AI use into it. I've had stuff commissioned for me, and then, like, I can't even use it sometimes, because, like, when I have it commissioned, and it's like, oh, it's AI, and then it's like, I don't want to, like, I kind of like, oh, okay, well, this is just going to cause people to try to cancel me, so I can't really use that. So then I just have it, even if it looks okay, you know? But it's like, for Fortnite in particular, I don't think they should be doing it. A company with billions and billions of dollars can afford to pay graphics designers and artists and stuff whatever they're worth. I mean, but, you know, it's whatever, I suppose. It's a weird state. You know, I don't want to really go dabbling in it, because I know, like, everybody has, like, different feelings on that subject matter. I'm a bit, like, indifferent towards it. People use it, it's their prerogative. I'm not going to go cancel people. I just prefer not to engage with it as much as possible. In video games, too, like, there was a video game I wanted to play, I'll tell you guys this. I bought a video game. It was called, like, Sandwich Shop Simulator. Because I like simulator games. Every once in a while, I like to play a cheesy simulator game. We haven't run into any of these Carsod defenders. Have we? Okay, we finally found one. Took, like, forever. So I bought a game. It was Sandwich Shop Simulator. And it was not a very good simulator game, and then I found out, like, the images used in it were, like, AI generated, or apparently the textures and stuff. I'm like, well, as much as I really thought the game itself was okay, you know, it wasn't a perfect game, but I could have done, like, some cheesy bits on it and stuff. I had to kind of, like, not stream the game, because I was like, I don't want somebody to come in and then cancel me because of that type of thing, right? You know, because it's like, you know, VTubing, you know. So it's been kind of difficult. Like, I loved Liar's Bar. I thought Liar's Bar was a very fun game. And the reason I stopped playing Liar's Bar was because I had people that would get angry because, like, apparently they used, like, AI voices in it. Apparently, what other game was there? There's another game. What was it called? The animal one where you fight with people? I don't remember the name now. Party Animals, which I thought was a very fun game too. I enjoyed it. And then apparently they did something where there was like a contest, and they were imploring people to use like AI stuff, and that caused a poop storm. So I'm like, I can't play this game now too because they've upset a whole bunch of people on it. You know, so I think about it as like, AI is unfortunately going to pop up in a lot of things. I mean, I've seen some things. I've seen VTubers, I'll be honest with you. I've seen a lot of VTubers that are a little bit bigger that have been using AI, and they've been kind of passing it off that they're not using it. I've seen it. So it's like, it's even creeping its way into other things too. I'm not going to out who does it, but I've seen it. So it's like, you know, it's kind of seeping into everything. I think it's okay as a tool. It makes a ton of mistakes. I don't think you should use it as the end-all to be-all. But, you know, everybody's got their own prerogative, and will do whatever they want. And what are you gonna do? I think the best thing you could do is kind of, like, push back. Particularly with, like, the game industry. But even then, I don't really feel like the game industry right now is listening to anybody, because most people want their physical games. Most people don't want AI in their games. Most people don't want AI voices in their game. They want actual voice actors. I mean, video game companies, if you're, like, really struggling to get, like, voice actors in your game, I could recommend voice actors and voice actresses for you to actually use. You know? Like, why do we have the stuff that we're doing, you know? I feel like it's just gonna get worse before it gets better. You know? It's gonna get much, much worse. And it's just gonna be one of those things where it's like, whatever. Maybe things will get better, maybe things will get worse. I don't know. I know RAM prices are gonna just, like, forever continue to go up. There's not much we're gonna be able to do about it. Is this thing over here activatable? It is. I bypassed it because it's not, like, actually on the map. You know, so. What is everybody in chat? I see a couple people coming in and out. What do you think about the stuff that I've talked about? Are you for things? Are you against things? What's your opinion on it? I would love to know. You know? Okay, that's done. I think there's one over here, and then we can finally get out of this very long capstone dungeon that's kind of making everything feel like a bit of a slog right now. You know, so it's fascinating. I will say, this season's... I feel like the leveling is a little bit better. Because I don't feel like into day 2, I was at the level that I was before. Like, in terms of, right now I'm in Paragon 60, I started the day at 30. Come on. Come on. Pop it. Fight this guy, and hopefully move back. I'm playing Barrage. For those who are probably wondering. Coliseum Shadows. Where do I go for that? I think it's over this way. Good. Nice, nice, nice. Man, is it hot. Okay. I think it's up this way, potentially. I think it's doing these capstones. It might be this way. The reason I say this, usually they put a gate here. Yep, here's the gate. Let's go unknown portal. This is the boss fight. I think we fight him in the dark, if I remember correctly. No big deal. I think we're probably going to shred this really quickly. I'll put a light on now, just in case. Defeat the Eternal... Where is it? There should be a boss right here. Is the game not showing it? Okay. This is going to get shredded. Get wrecked, loser. Get wrecked, nerd. Get wrecked. I'm running out of things to... used as insults, I suppose. Goodbye, Minotaur-looking thing. We barely knew you. Alright, we got that out of the way. The reason I'm doing this, for people who don't know, because you're like, why the hell are you doing this tedious thing? It's for the seasonal journey. So there's like 9 chapters in this season. everything that you collect from these are like special rewards. Like, for example, here, we have the potential of a guaranteed mythic unique item, but I will probably hold that cachet till I get a little bit higher up. Because I don't think I get it early on. Maybe. Who knows? Could try. But I know in previous experience on Torment 1, usually I don't get my mythics to drop. Alright. Let's get this maxed out. That's the next thing I want to do. This increases the chances. I'm gonna save this, probably. Because I don't feel like it's gonna give me the purple on Torment 1. So I feel like we should be at least Torment 3 or 4 before I open that, so I guarantee that I don't get, like, sparks. So I think we'll hold off on opening that. Remind me at the end of the stream that we have to do that, okay? It's your responsibility as Dreadknights. 850. Less weapon damage. Cold damage multiplier. Hold on to this because I will swap that. Yes, yes. See, I'm so tempted to, but I don't want to fall for the trap. I do it every season and then I get sad. Okay, let's push this way because I gotta get this next. So let's see if we unlock maybe Torment 2 or 3. And that'll be like the next major focus that we do. And then we'll open the mythic box a little bit later. When I feel a little bit more comfortable. Where is there a chest? So I can put it and save it, and then we'll open it in a bit. Because I don't want to waste it, because it's so hard to get mythic items, usually. I don't want it to drop in that, like... I'll save it for Torment 3. What is this? Oh, they added stuff to that? Okay, interesting. Alright, Torment 2, I think we could do it. We should be pretty geared up to be able to do it. And then we'll try to get it to Torment 3, then open it there. That should be the wisest thing. So we'll do a couple pit runs. It's a little bit deviating from, like, the storyline campaign for the season, but this is more efficient so that we can get better gear. It's all part of the process. Trust the process. Okay, good. Good. That enemy dead? Okay. Sometimes you gotta be careful, because they... Most enemies that you fight in Torment levels, the only thing that really makes them difficult is that the elite packs, which are the monsters that have, like, a green aura to them, or a yellow aura, blue aura sometimes, they generally have these things that are, like, almost guaranteed one-hit KOs, right? This guy's with me? I can't really check because I'm in the middle of the game and this is a little too intense. If you have an issue, refresh you to best advice I can give you. Keep going. Welcome to stream. Thank you for coming through. You're just showing us we are playing Diablo IV Season 14. I'm playing Barrage Rogue. I don't want to play Trap Rogue because I feel like that's a little bit boring. I wanted to kind of challenge myself and give myself a playstyle very similar to the Demon Hunter. We are playing seasonal character. We are Paragon 60, level 70. If you do the math, add 70 and 60 together, and that's the level that I'm currently at in the game. Good. Watch out for that. Nice. Okay, good. Watch out for the one hit. The one thing that's interesting about the pits this season, they actually have the seasonal objective in them. It's fascinating with these little, like, riftings that you see that are on the map with the circles, so I go to them. Gives you an increased amount of experience points. It also makes it way harder. This is not necessarily easy content, so to speak. Not hard. Our build is somewhat comfortable. We could do more damage, but we don't have ancestral gears yet. We also don't have the glyphs leveled up, which is what we're trying to accomplish today. Okay, good. Decent amount of damage. Alright, let's hold here. Again, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the circles. Why? Because you see how the circles kind of have a life bar? You do that, it summons more enemies, you kill things quicker. It raises the bar on the left-hand side. You see the numbers there. You want to do this as fast as possible, the pit run. So you can get eventual leaderboard placement. We're not doing a leaderboard placement right now. We're not geared up for that just yet. In case you're wondering. Everything's part of the process. So I think... Wow, that's interesting. It summoned one right here. I don't really think it should summon it at the gate. That's just on me. Okay, good build up here. Good build up, good build up, good build up. I do enjoy Diablo IV. I just wish some of the stuff... Like, I feel like they could do a lot more with these seasons, because if some of you missed it, we did finish the seasonal story for the season. It was kind of left on a bit of a cliffhanger. Looks like a recurring character from Diablo 3 is probably going to be coming back. I don't want to say who it is, because I really don't want to spoil it for anybody that maybe decides to peep out the season. Just be aware that you're in for a grind. Oh, there's too many enemies here. I gotta get some mobility, if not I'm kind of cooked. They're using a lot of immobilized skills. Use the dodge here. Kind of want to dodge into here so I can just get these. Okay, good. Nice, 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 nice. Let's use this. Why? Gives me a little bit more defense. Also replenishes my health a little bit. We're gonna just do this here. Should get the pylon. Let me grab the pylon. We get stuck. Trust the process. Okay, good. Fight the boss. We killed the boss in one hit? Okay. That was a happy accident. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. I've never actually used Maybelline in my life. Sister Dread used a lot of Maybelline. Do I by any chance have... I don't have that glyph yet. That's unfortunate. Okay. Next best thing. Let's see. You leveled up a bit. There's something maybe over there? Over yonder, perhaps? So now we can do Torment 2 difficulty. But I'm going to see if I can push for Torment 3 right off the bat and just bypass Torment 2. Because I feel like we can do better. I feel like we can be much better than what we are right now. Let's see. Torment 3. See if we can do it. I might be under geared for it, but we have to try. Gotta trust our process here. And take a sip of hydration. Real quick, real quick. Shall we? To victory, Dreadknights. Or to great failure. And even if we fail, it's okay. If you don't succeed, cry again. No. Try again. As John Cena would say, never give up. Fun fact about John Cena. I don't know how many of you are actual John Cena fans, but John Cena actually had to shave his head recently because he's undergoing hair therapy because he's been losing his hair. So he's like doing hair surgery and stuff. So he's going, I guess, under the second round of it. So there's a picture on the internet of John Cena with his head shaved. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with having your head shaved. I think it actually looks pretty good on a lot of guys. I've always said, like, if my hair is like completely fitting and stuff, I probably would shave it off too. I don't think I'd spend money on like expensive hair transplant, you know. But it is kind of interesting to see Cena with a shaved head. Like, I saw the images of it. I'm not making fun of him, keep that in mind. But it's definitely a different vibe than what I like used to. How do I get back up there? Okay. It's different. It was shocking to me. Okay, good. Not that his hair is balding is good. I feel bad for guys for that, you know. Because it's genetic a lot of the time. Sometimes it's stress-induced, too. Like, I, for one, I've been under, like, so much stress over the years, because obviously I work in a very stressful industry. I'm not talking about VTubing. I'm talking about film and television industry, as well as I do some stuff in terms of game consulting. Even though I don't feel like game companies right now are listening to me too much. Because they don't listen. They're doing a lot of stuff that consumers don't like, and yet they'll still push on with it. And my hair, it's thinned a bit, I guess I could say, because of the stress from work. But not to the point where I have to do like a John Cena thing. I actually, believe it or not, have very long hair. It goes down to my shoulders. Sometimes, this is kind of a dread fact for some people who don't know, I have to keep my hair in a ponytail. Because if I'm outside in the street and I let my hair down like a rocker would, a lot of the time what happens is I will have young infants that like to pull on my hair. You can tell the story. I was at a Dunkin' Donuts. Can't tell you where I live, because that would be too much information. It was a Dunkin' Donuts. I was getting like a coffee in the morning, and this little infant decided to tug on my ponytail. Again, I keep it in a ponytail because I work in things that hot lights. If it gets caught, my hair will go on fire. I have very long hair, you know. So there's that. What's funny? Let's see here. So I had an infant that was like yanking on my hair. I'm like, could you please stop? I wasn't trying to be mean to the infant, but holy hell. You know, the mother was laughing about it too. I didn't get mad at it. You know, it's an infant. What are you gonna do? You're gonna complain about an infant pulling on your hair? It was a cute little infant. I don't get mad over stuff like that. That'd be foolish. Alright. Good job. 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 Alright, let's continue to build this up. Nice. Oh my goodness. Maybe we're not strong enough to do Torment free yet. Maybe we have to avoid the actual seasonal part, because I feel like our damage output's maybe not enough. These things are kind of screwing me up. I'm gonna try to avoid them. It's maybe... Yeah, they do too much damage. Too many affixes I can't handle right now. Oh, why is it everywhere? Life is pain and pain is life. No. Run. I actually need this. I can't generate enough resources to be able to cast my barrages. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's okay, that's okay. That's okay. That's... Where was the pylon? Okay, I got it. We're still kind of okay. I can't do the... I can't engage with the rifts. The rifts are just killing me, so I just gotta attack whatever's non-rift enemies. And that way we can turn around and get to Torment free. And I'll try to open the crate for the mythic that way. But I think we're ideally probably better off with Torment too. Looks like the way to go here. Good job. Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, you know, a little baby boy in my ponytail. I hate when people do that. Let's go. Good job. Let's go. Good job. I think we push over here. We could still do it. I might be a little concerned with the boss, though. The boss might do like a trillion amount of damage to me. I hope that's not the case. We'll just do the best that we can. Okay, good. Move back over this way. Pretty decent amount of damage. Okay, good, 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 good. Get some mobility here so I'm not trapped in a corner. Literally. Nobody puts baby in the corner. That's a really old black and white movie from way before my time. I really don't want to see... Yeah. Oh boy. That's a bad rotation. If I can touch it out a little bit. Okay. Let's do that. I think we're okay. I don't think doing those was a good idea. I need more enemies to spawn. We'll be very cautious how we do. Let's see. Rogue is all about mobility. If you get like trapped in a corner, it's not really good for you. Okay. I think ideally I'm gonna move this way towards west direction. And we'll continue to push a bit this way. Okay, good, 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 good. Nice, nice, nice. I gotta put up a shield, which I just casted, for those of you who don't know. Yeah, this was the best course of action. Because look, we filled up the bar perfectly. And avoid the actual event thing will be kind of okay. So I'm gonna make my way to the gate so we can go to a new area. I'm gonna avoid that rift again, because it's not, like, beneficial. It's been kind of ruining our run. I need to get to Torment free today. It'd be more ideal for us to do that. Okay, great. Skeletons are actually easy mobs to take out. The run is saved. You just have to play smarter. You know the saying, work smarter, not harder. Okay. Good. Paragon 62. This elite pack, though, is going to cause problems if I stay there. Just affixes for one-hit deaths. Not that I'm being a coward, I just gotta play smart. The thing is, if you die in a pit, you get penalized. There's a penalty. Oh no, don't do that. Okay. Decent amount of damage. Good. Blast Wave Shrine. Don't mind if I do. I thought it was the R thing. Okay, this is not bad for this either, though. Good. I'm really low on resource gen now. I gotta get an item that can kind of help give me more resources so I don't have to constantly cast a mana generator. Even though it's technically energy, I think is what they call it for the road. Oh, that was a bad idea. Get out of here. Those things are poison. I don't have a lot of poison resistance just yet. Good. Boss is here. Not to be confused with the boss. Alright. Oh, we don't really do too much damage to you. This is unfortunate. Unlucky. Oh, this might be a slog of a fight. Get out of my way, Sabo, do something. I don't think this is very good against Ice Imbue. Try my best. As long as we dodge that attack, we should be okay. As long as I continue to proc things, we got a critical. Good. Let me dodge here. As long as we stick a move. Gotta be careful. I was gonna fall for the newbie trap. Alright, don't stay far away. Got him. There's the rest of the stuff we'll pick up, but it's not like impactful to our game. Did I get fluidity, please? That's what I need. We did not. Alright, so we're gonna pair up these together for now. This is the best in slot. And I'll eventually refocus on that. So we are now technically at Torment 3. We unlocked it. So now I think I can open the Mythic Cachet and maybe we'll get a Mythic to drop. Ideally, I would prefer to do it on 4, but we're not at the power level to handle Torment 4 or Pit 4 just yet. We're not there yet. In a bit we will be, but not yet. We gotta be realistic with our expectations. We already accomplished one of the goals on stream today, which was to get to Torment 3 at least. We did it pretty comfortably. Alright, so for this, like I was saying before, I'm gonna push in... Oop, hold on. We push upward here, we get this. Then I have to work my way down to get that, but I think I'll do that after I collect the next Paragon board. I don't know if we'll have that time to do that today on stream. Let's see. So let's go back to Tyrael right now. Because we haven't done any of the war plans today, because we were focusing on getting, like, the Torment level up. We'll change the difficulty because we're on Torment 1 concurrently. So we'll put it to, like, 2, maybe? Actually, let's put it to 3, because I did say about the Mythic Cachet. I don't want to be a liar and then say, no, no, no. On top of that, there's better drop rates as we go higher up. So now we can do Torment 3. For those of you who don't know, this game goes all the way up to Torment 12. Last season, I got to Torment 12. I did that on stream. I don't know how far I'm going to push this season. It depends on how much I like the build and if I want to, like, really overcommit to it. So, oh, that's something I forgot to say. As you go higher up, you get more experience points, and you get more gold, and you get, like, other things to drop higher. So as you can see here, ancestral quality per Torment tiers. So we get, like, better stuff here. So it's better to go as high as you can. I'm gonna see if we can open that Mythic thing now and see if we get something decent. I want a Hair Perdition. I don't think we're gonna get it, though. So let's see if it was worth holding on to this, or we're about to cry. Ooh. We got something, boys, and girls, and gentlemen. Rapnar's Wake. When you cast a skill with a cooldown, you explode, dealing fire damage. I mean, for now, I could use it. But I don't think it's going to be helpful for the build long-term. But it's something. It's better than what I have right now in terms of skills. So let's use it for now, and then we can always swap it later. So that was worth holding on to. Let's see, what else do we do? Get rid of that stuff, we don't really need it. I said I was going to hold on to that in case I could, like, fix it up. Let me see if I could put an aspect on it that would be better for that weapon. That's on it. That's on one of my pieces of gear. Shield. That's what I wanted on here. This is better than what the yellow weapon. Alright, cool. So we got now a full set of legendary gear. Now we can really start kind of feeling something good about it. We're strong. Very, very strong now. I still don't have the resources for this. I'm gonna have to do a lot of nightmare dungeons. Because I could make that even more powerful. Alright. Cleanse the pit. Cleanse the pit. We'll do a Helltide. Defeat Vershawn, why not? It's a free key. I don't know if we can defeat Vershawn, though, on this difficulty. That might have been a bad idea. Well, we're about to find out. Put our gear to the test, right? I'm gonna bump it down to Torment 2, just so we can level the glyphs a little bit quicker, so it's not, like, super struggling. It kind of just so we could do fast, efficient farming. These guys like my layout in terms of, like, my character. Like the customization. Holy crap. Those boots did a lot for me. I already feel the power from those boots, even though they're not, like, really good for this gear. Look at that. We're stronger, boys. Stronger than before. Gazio, powered up for more. Gazio. Do people know where that's from? I sang that song yesterday. Spoiler, Power Ranger Zeo, which I cannot believe is a show that came out 30 freaking years ago. I didn't really care too much for Zeo as a season. I mean, I like the Gold Ranger act. Then again, I was always a Jason stan, so having Jason come back as the Gold Ranger is kind of cool. I do also like, what was this name? Trey from Triforia, I think was the name? Power Rangers had to do some really creative writing to kind of adapt Super Sentai. Holy crap! Almost got killed by the one-shot kill deer. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Alright. Burn the shadows? I don't think we did anything for that, but okay. Thank you, I guess. We did something. We got another one of our seasonal trophies done. But then again, I'm on a Torment 3 technically. Even though the pit run is 2. For now. Okay, good. Take care of them. This enemy is very tanky because there's a little person that's giving shield. Not little person, there's like a little minion. Okay, good. I definitely feel way more comfortable and stronger than what we were when we started, so that's always a nice feeling. Okay, good. Nice. Where's the rest of the enemies, though? I guess there's enemies, but I'm not seeing them on the map. Glitch again? There's been a couple of glitches this season so far, which I wish, like, Blizzard would look into it. Like, one, for example, is, like, when you're doing war plans, they're supposed to teleport you back to Themis, and it hasn't been doing that. It teleports you back to the world map instead. And people have reported to Blizzard, but I don't think Blizzard has yet to patch it. I guess because they're probably away, considering it's, what, July 4th weekend this weekend? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be streaming for July 4th weekend. I don't 100% know that. Because I don't know what my plans are, to be honest with all of you. I'm not going to fireworks. I don't want too much of a crowd. I don't want to deal with a crowd. I don't want to have a whole bunch of people on top of me and people stepping on my feet and stuff. I don't think, maybe I'll watch it on television. I mean, most of my friends will probably want to go to a bar. I don't feel like going to a bar. It's cheaper to drink at home. I'll probably avoid that. And I don't have any travel plans this week. So there's that. I don't know if I'll stream. If I do stream it, it'll probably not be as long. Maybe I'll do like... I can always do, if I do decide to stream July 4th, like Diablo 4 maybe. A little bit more. But I don't think I am streaming it. As I was saying, I might just take it easy because I needed breaks. Like, I think that a lot of people don't know is like I've been streaming outside last weekend because I was busy, I was away. Outside last weekend, the last couple of weeks I've been streaming 6 days a week. Not all on YouTube. I've been doing Twitch as well. And I want to say I'm burnt out, but like it takes a lot out of you to just like constantly do it nonstop. Like it's not easy to. Like the streamer debuff, like where people do worse while they're streaming because they have to obviously commentate the stream and stuff, is very, very real. I remember Nova was talking about it on their Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel stream. A lot of people probably know me from Nova streams because I do come in, so then pop in and watch her streams from time to time. Nova Kemi, for those of you who don't know, is a Yu-Gi-Oh! VTuber. They play, well, more than Yu-Gi-Oh! They play a lot of card games and stuff. She does a lot of Master Duels. She has worked with Konami in the past before. I don't know why Konami doesn't work with her more. It's like, she's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel true and true. She's always in the trenches streaming that game, like non-stop. Like, she is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel streamer when it comes to VTubing. So I like popping a lot to their streams and stuff. I had a point to this, but... Oh yeah, because I haven't really been playing Master Duel, I suppose was the point. Probably at some point I'm gonna play again. I did check out the ban list now. I did Decraft stuff. Harmonia for Draws is coming out. I got a heal. It crowd controlled me. I'm frozen. It sent it back at me. That was kind of cute. Well, beep around and find out. You're not powerful enough to stop the great and powerful Dreadscape gaming confirmed. Alright. Again, same plan. I don't have the fluidity, which is what I really want right now. At one point here, we'll go up. We're gonna grab those blues as well. Then we go up here for the next part of the Paragon board, for those of you wondering. We don't have to continue this area because we already did the objective. Thing was trying to kill me. How dare you? How dare you? Know your role. Back to Themis. And we'll see what the next objective is for our good old buddy Tyrael. Look at this fit. I like the fit because it makes me truly look like a rogue. And then I got like a basilisk. And then I changed it to look like very demonic looking. It's so nice. So chill. It's a vibe. Season? No reward? Okay. Alright, this is maxed out now, so we can focus on this one probably next. Although, that would be good for extra masterworking things, so we do have some options. You also got that. Nice. I'm not gonna do an Earth Capstone dungeon on stream. It does take a long time. Okay, we hit a couple more level ups. Leveling does feel a lot faster this season, which I do appreciate because sometimes I just don't like the 1 to 70 grind. After you get to 70, the grind's a little bit better. I'm gonna try to raise it to Torment free just to see with the mythic ancestral that we got, if it's worth trying it, if we can push it very comfortably. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. If we can't, you know, trust the process. Yeah. We don't stress the results here. This is the whole point of Diablo. It's the journey, not the destination. You slowly get more powerful, but I can tell you right now, based on initial testing right now, we are pretty strong. And if we get another unique pretty soon, or another mythic, this build will go to the next level. Nice. Good. Decent amount. Those are the only thing that I'm concerned about, these rift-bound things. Because a lot of the enemies, as you can see, have apexes that are like, hey, you die in one hit. Oh, we do poison damage. Oh, we do this. Look at that. How am I supposed to cope with that? I gotta actually run away if I can. Gotta get some positioning here. Nice, nice, nice. Put that. Good, 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 good. Nice. I like it, I like it. Okay. Uh-oh. Let's me move back here. What are these enemies? Memory leak? In my game? That would never happen, right? Looks like it was a memory leak. Sometimes it happens when you go too quick in this game. Okay, good rotation again. Nice, 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 nice. Good damage. I like it. Okay. Nobody put your Dreddy in the corner. Don't ever call me Dre. That's a terrible nickname. I should never have come up with something like that. Good, good, good. I feel like I'm about to get janked out by Lax Fight. Let's stay away from there and continue to push here instead. Okay, good. Torment free. Pretty good at Torment free right now. Again, because we're leveling up the glyphs, which is kind of important. I have to invest in some poison resistance. I can't handle poison, as you see. Okay, let's move out of the way. That damn sword's still following me? Holy crap. Okay. Good, good, good. Move for mobility. Nice. Gotta get some positioning here. Ideally, I want them all, like, in a straight line so I can just continue to unload arrows. Good. Nice. Nice, nice heal. Heal, heal, heal. Those poison pulls. Hate to see it. We only got a half hour left. I can't believe. I feel like when I play this game on stream, it's always just goes by way too quickly. Okay, good. Let's shield up because I'm gonna need it. Okay, nice. Wow, we cleared through there. I feel like we could do quicker. Yeah, let me check. This guy's good? Yeah, I'm in green. I'm looking over at my phone, so I'm like, my phone looks a little laggy. Stream, so I looked over to just double check. I don't want these guys to have lagging this way. I will say there's a bit of server lag though today in the game again. I feel like at certain times of the day, like Blizzard servers are held together by like gum and spit. I guess is the best way to put it. Now you guys know I'm trying to avoid those things in Torment free. Regular enemies we can handle, no problem. Those riftbound things, Torment free, not just yet. At least not in the pit. Maybe outside the pit we can handle them, we can test out for signs, but not just yet. No, go away. I don't want a whole bunch of enemies coming at me that are like super powered up and have like the most ridiculous overpowered affixes at the moment. Oh, jeez Louise. I need to evade. I can't evade. Oh. Oh no. Okay. That was a rough, but we managed to tough that out. Okay. The damn sword got in the... I knew that was going to happen, too. I knew that was going to happen because it just, like, bunched up and there was nowhere I could run to. It's fine. We'll still be able to do the pit run. It'll be fine. It's just a bit annoying because it's just kind of like a cheap death. Which... There's a lot of, like, cheap one-hit death things in Diablo 4. There it goes again. I'm so tired of seeing that sword. Higher in the tournament levels, you see that way too often. Like, I don't mind dying to enemy because of something that's like an actual physical attack, but something that's like, I killed the enemy and it's like a revenge kill. Look how many times have we had that? Like, I can't even move because of the spike in the server. Okay. Good job. Okay. Move here. Okay, good. And they're a favor of token that earned, but I can't do anything with it. Alright, reposition. Alright, let's go Ice Imbume again. Nice. Okay, good. Perfect. I like it. Stay away from those portal things. I don't know why the portals have to be in the pit, too. I understand so that they could push, like, the seasonal objectives so people get it done quicker, but I feel like that's a mechanic that had no place in the pits for the season. Like, it's a bit of a nuisance for me. I don't want to engage with this in the actual pit. I want to engage with the pit mechanics. Okay. Oh, I thought that said Brain Rot Priestess. What is with me today? Okay, good. How is it the boss is easier than the actual minions that we were fighting? That's that. Oh, no, don't poison me. I stand corrected. Let's do this. Why? Need to... Haha. Almost got her, almost got her. Nice. Alright. It's a good rotation. Hear noise in the background, permanent. I live in noisy city. Time to time, you will hear emergency services. We wish our emergency service providers the very best in whatever emergency they're responding to. Did I upgrade the glyphs? I did. Okay. Go back and collect some seasonal journey rewards. Take a sip of hydration. Whew. It is hot today, Dreadknights. It's a better upgrade to what I have, but I'm gonna hold on to it because I need more aspects to run. Okay, goodbye. I don't need any of this stuff. I didn't have really too many uniques to drop. I'm a bit sad by that. But hey, at least this is something today on stream. Can't be like beggy, you know. It's something. Okay. We don't have any more points we can invest. What's at 15? I think my main damage dealer is what I'm gonna start putting points into. So we never put any points into it, and that's kind of important because it's a cost spender. Alright. Seasonal stuff. Let's get that. I thought there was more than just that. Apparently I was mistaken. Hopefully this gives something decent. Well, at least more stuff that we can then... Cutthroat skills have up to a chance to execute enemies. I'm gonna hold on to that for later. We'll play around with a different build. This ring is better and worse at the same time. I'll hold on to it. So we can always reroll stuff. Junk that. Let's repair our gear. Let's also do ourselves a favor, because we haven't invested anything in this. 62 out of 70, I'll take that for now. Actually, let's try again. 70, okay. We paid off there. This... Resistances... I want to kind of do this for now. Give me a second. Critical strike damage. Pants have resistance. Mobility. Utility. We'll go mobility here. Movement speed. I'm a little quicker that way. And if we're quicker, we can go through things faster, obviously. Alright, let's go to the next thing. I think once we finish up with these war plans, probably where we'll end stream today, because we've basically hit all the objectives I wanted to do on stream. Oh, we have a gift of hope that we can collect, but why did it put me here? Okay. Let's just go that way. Well, we're bound to find, like, a cachet that we have to open. We should have to open up, like, 2 gifts of somethings. Each one has a different name, that's why I said gift of something. Okay, good. Nice. Is this not going to summon it? This is the one time I want to engage with the activity on the actual world map. It's not letting me. Okay, good. Wait on this. See how they're easier to deal with here as opposed to the pit? Nice, nice, nice. Good, good, good. Alright. Probably move over here. Probably not in the best of spots right now. Ooh, there's a chest. I need this chest. Give it. Oh, that was not worth it. I got some materials, but I got greedy there. Greed is bad. I think Torment 2 may be for the overworld for now, to do it comfortably. Because dying a whole bunch is not, like, efficient farming either. Because we lose our cinders. Not ideal. I'm surprised we're not seeing anybody in the overworld today. What happened to everybody? Everybody, like, didn't like the season mechanic and just quit? Feels like it. I mean, I have crossplay on. We haven't seen one player on the map today. It's a bit odd. Oh, this is... yeah, Torment 2 for this. Not strong enough. So let's farm at the level that we're comfortable at. But we got to Torment 3, so that's a plus. Because if we're not ready for it gear-wise, we probably shouldn't do it just yet. I feel like we have to do a lot of master working. I have to do that type of stuff off the stream. You know, it's a sad part here, Dreadknights. There is not... it's not taking me to the area that I originally want to teleport to, which is here. We'll go back here. Talk to the Statue of Anaris. And from there, we'll lower the difficulty by 1. We'll gear up a little bit more, get some ancestral gear, some of the other stuff that we need in terms of the aspects, min-max, and then we'll start climbing a little bit higher and see what we can do with it. I don't think we'd be able to beat Varshan at that level too. It doesn't feel like it. So Rare, be smart about it. And be dumb. And go there. Because then that will lose a whole bunch of cinders and then it's not efficient. And we can min-max our gear a little bit more. I just need more materials to craft. Very good session in Diablo 4, though. For a 2-hour session, I wasn't expecting to make that much progress. That was a really good progress. See, this is better to do it this way, because we get the Tree of Whispers stuff done faster, efficient. If you're not doing things super fast, you have to bump down the difficulty until you can do things too quickly, and then you bump it up. That's kind of like the #1 rule of Diablo games. Good. I don't know if that was worth it necessarily. Good. Nice. Nice. Look around. There's not a lot of density in terms of the enemies, though, ironically, now. But before we had too many enemies and they had too many affixes and it was too difficult, so we bumped it down by 1. Now we don't have enough enemies and we're kind of like sneezing on them when they're dying. Kind of a crazy spike, but once we get like the gear better leveled up, we'll be fine. We gotta get these war plans out of the way first. Okay, good. Good amount there, decent. And just go balls to the wall crazy here with evading. So one fun thing about the rogue that I like is that there's a lot of mobility. I just wish you'd shoot it kind of like, or would fire the bows kind of the way the Demon Hunter did. I don't feel as fast. Probably could put attack speed up to correct that. Kind of address that, because I feel like we're not still attacking quick enough. We're attacking quick, but I want it to be like Demon Hunter experience. Okay, good. Nice. Sturdy pants. Let's take care of those enemies. Nice. Good. I don't think we were supposed to do this event, but we're already doing it, so we're committed to it. We might as well do it. It's Torment 2 and there's nobody, though. Here was up. Gosh darn it. He fell for the one-hit KO, the cheap one-hit KO. Got a little too aggro there. Alright. No biggie. As we go higher up, content's going to get more difficult. That's why it's like very important now for us to gear ourselves as good as possible for what's to come. We need to open up 2 chests, I believe, to be able to do this war plan. Not enough enemies, though. Okay, grab those. Okay, nice. Get rid of those. Nice. Get rid of those. Nice. I think we'll continue to push this way. Get rid of that. Nice. Ooh, unique. Chest unique. Drop. I don't know if it's something we could use. Never know. But we got our first unique of the season to drop on stream. We also got our first mythic of the season, too. So, a lot of milestones. Which I'm happy about. Good. Peace out. Is there a chest around here? Gift of protection. We'll go for that one. Once we stop getting ambushed by these spiders. Nice. Good. Ooh, pants. They're ancestral. That can turn into a unique pair of pants. Don't mind if I do. Alright, good. Nice. Decent. Let's see. Good. Hopefully it's not like a razor plate for the chest unique. So the razor plate really doesn't do anything on this build. Okay, good. We open the chest? No, we haven't gotten there yet. Alright, so we're gonna ignore these small fries for now so we can get the chest, because there's only 13 minutes left in this Helltide. So I want to be able to get this done before 7 o'clock. Because once it's 7 o'clock, I have to wait for it to reset. I'm only gonna be streaming, like I said, for 2 hours today. Not streaming for longer than that. We did a 3-hour stream yesterday, and because I'm going to stream the rest of this week, I want to be able to conserve my voice for future stuff. I don't want to push myself too much. Tomorrow I will be doing Don't Starve Together here on stream. That's the plan. Okay, open. Anything good here? Yep. Okay, good. Forgotten Soul. It's a lot like Dread. Okay, let's pick this up. Almost 66. We did get a lot of levels today, too, which I'm very appreciative of. Definitely made, at least today's, days 2 grind felt much better to me. Alright, let's evade here. How many do we have? Not enough to open a second chest. We have to open one more to be able to do Curial. So we gotta look for one that's very easy to open. We gotta get 75 cinders to do that. Okay, got our shield up. Watch out for the poison pools, which are a cheap death. Yep, decent point. Aw, come on. Okay. Nice. That damn sword again, and we have to walk into a poison pool. Ugh. 70 cinders, okay, good. Need 75, and then we need a chest that's very easy to open. Not yet. 75? Yes. That is perfect. I couldn't have planned that any better. I did not actually plan that whatsoever, Dreadknights. Okay, good. Nice. Trying to get rid of the enemies in the area, because if they, like, gang up on me, it'd be bad. If I can't open this. Open it. Open it. Open it. Nothing. Did these not count? Did I open these for not? I think so. There's something good in there, at least. Or have to do a Helltide. I am in the Helltide. Why didn't it count? I've been opening nothing but Helltide chests. We were in the Helltide. Why did it not count? Okay, game. That's a unique glitch that I've never seen. I feel like our war plan might be bugged. Oh no. Well, that's the case. That makes end the game kind of, or end the stream pretty easy for us. See if I can open another one of these. And see if it counts that time. It's not going to tell me to open like 4 chests. They wouldn't have changed it to that, would they have? That would just be weird on the devs part. We're being tested. Me every time that I stream. That's fine. I make a terrible joke. Terrible joke is terrible Dreadknight. Okay. Heal. You ever got a feeling you're being watched? You got a feeling somebody's watching me. Sometimes I get that feeling. I suppose if you're hanging around, hello, how are you doing? Why are you so mean? Okay. Gonna take out these enemies. I need those cinders. Hey, something good dropped actually from that. Gotta watch my health though. Nice. Watch out for that. See if I can push over here. Even though I really should be going for the chest, because how much time is there left? Yeah. Let me do the smart thing and open this while I'm here. That count? Are none of these Telltale chests counting? Is it only specific chests on the map? What is... Make it make sense. Holy crap. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of enemies over there. I can't do anything, I gotta move back for now. I'll go try to get that loot after all these enemies stop trying to clap her behind. I could say that, I'm say so, but nobody's gonna know what that means, right? Most people won't. That's not good. That's even worse. Okay. Panic, who's panicking? I'm not the one panicking. You're the one's panicking, Dreadknights. I'm not panicking, it's you. I'm good. I'm great. I'm maybe not as good as great as I thought I was for this run. Oh crap, man. Blizzard, please, man. Stop with these cheap one-hit stuff. Don't make the game better. Is this just not working? Oh, we have to spend that many cinders? That's why it's not working? You son of a biscuit. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that in this one rotation. They changed the Helltide clan. The way it used to be. Used to be just open 2 chests and spend X amount of son of a biscuit. That makes life a lot harder. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this war plan on stream. We'll do like an endgame activity once this Helltide ends. Because I'm not going to be able to open another chest. It's got 6 minutes left in this world map event. If I could teleport down there, that would be great. I was wondering why I wasn't counting, but it's because we have to open a chest with X amount of sin. I'm hoping that one's only like 50, 75. Oh, hold that thought. This run might not be over just yet. Another level up. Nice. If that chest there... Let's go. I think we did it, boys and girls. And guys and gals. And they and them and everybody in between. I think we got this. I'm feeling good. Feeling good right now. Feeling confident. I don't feel confident anymore. We need 150 cinders to open this. Come on. How much time in this? 5 minutes. We can do it. You just can't die either. That's the one thing too. You lose cinders every time you die. I can get like 2 aggro here. 139. Okay. The dream isn't over yet. The dream isn't dead. Oh. Okay. Okay. Let's go, baby. That should be enough to push me over. It is. Nice, nice. See, Dread is a pro at Diablo 4. But Varshan's gonna be scary to fight. Ow, ow, ow. I wasn't ready. That wasn't fair. Oh, jeez Louise. I did that just for, like, safety. Alright, we fight Varshan, and we finish the war plan. We're getting close to end of stream. I might try to do an earlier boss, depending. I did everybody a fun farewell. Had fun. I will be doing more of this. So, like, get used to seeing Diablo 4 at least for the next 2 weeks. This is our seasonal grind. I know there were people on VOD who really enjoyed watching it, so... Okay, good. Do this. Thank you for coming, whoever it was that was lurking. I do appreciate it. If it was you, you have a lot of explaining to do at some point, if you ever do choose to. I'm not super confident that will happen, though. Kinda makes me sad, but that's life. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Varshan. Gotta be careful of the poison. Oh, he's terrible at taking that attack. Okay. Decent. Okay. The good thing about this build is there's a lot of mobility. Something you don't have with some of the Earth classes. So I could do... Oh, no. I don't want to do that. I'm not careful, I'm gonna die. Okay. Nice. Come on. Got him. Varshan has fallen. Oh, it's only one lyric key now? I appreciate that they changed it to just be one lyric key and not your whole entire stack of them. Thank you, devs. You actually did something good with that change. Basic skills deal 97% increased damage, but costs 25 more primary resources. That could be potentially useful. I'm gonna hold on to that because I have to like double check the build for it. That's garbage. That we can hold on to. That's garbage. That's garbage. Let's start that for now. That's garbage. That's garbage. That's garbage. That's garbage. I mean, they're not garbage to like our players. It's just garbage to us. Because we don't need it for what we're trying to accomplish. Okay, so we got the Shroud of Condores. Dark Shroud makes you immune for 2 seconds, but your evade cooldown is increased by 3 seconds. That doesn't sound great. Do I even use Dark Shroud in this build? Don't think I do. Heart Seeker. Garage. Let's double check. Shadow Step. Dash. I do use Dark Shroud. I don't know if it's worth it, but if it's at least good rolls on it, we'll check it out. Let's go back to 10 Miss. It looks like they might have patched the fix that I was talking about on stream. Remember I was complaining you couldn't teleport back to Temis? If it teleports it now, they hotfixed it. And we didn't even notice. Nope, still glitched. Still glitched. But this is a happy accident because the board is here too, right? Yeah. So we'll collect from the board, and then after we collect from the board, we'll be going... And that'll be it. That will be it for today. I will probably grind more off of stream. Not a lot, though. There's only, like, certain things I need right now. Collect from the board. If there's, like, the mythic thing and we got to it already, it would be great, but I don't think so. I think we're still a couple levels away. We're a lot of levels away. Next one, we were guaranteed a greater layer. Got nerf chest armor. Well, we're starting to see uniques drop. Same one that we had before. Ooh, that might actually not be so bad. Not great. It might have a use for now. I might test it, but not on stream. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh, hold on. Gonna hold on to that in case I swap after stream's over. Get rid of that. Don't need blue stuff. I don't dislike the color blue, it's my favorite color, but when it comes to gear, this is kind of inconsequential to what we are planning to do. Let's go through here. We're gonna get our junk. Okay, that's repaired. I think this is a good spot for me to call it. Oh wait, let's go Tyrael. Dum-dum. Once we claim the stuff at Tyrael, then it's a good spot to call it. Oh man, we're Paragon level 69. I did not intend to make that joke, it just happened. Get it. Was it a Ner unique, or was it a Never Iron? Looks like it was a Never Iron. I would want an ancestral version of this so I could upgrade Wind Force. But that might be too greedy at the moment. Ooh, we got a ring. Sight of Piggin. Freeze effects cause enemies to permanently take 15% increased cold damage. I might actually use this on this build. If I can find the space in the rest of the gear, I might use this for now, because that actually has some uses on this build too. Hey, it wasn't bad. We got a couple of uniques today. So on stream we got 2 of these. We also got Signet Helgain, I guess is how you pronounce that. We also got a Shard of Verfile, I guess is how you pronounce that. We also got for our Cachet of Ancestral Mystic, or Mythic, excuse me, unique Rakenov's Wake, which is just good to have it because of increased stats at the moment. I got Wind Force off of stream because I converted a Grey Weapon into it. Overall, for the Rogue right now, we're at Paragon 71. So 70 level plus 70 Paragon plus 1, we're at level 141 right now for the season on day 2, which is very, very significant. We're making good strides on the Paragon board as well. What does this do? I think we should invest points in that. Wait, not strength, I don't have to use that for skill. Just so we could do more damage there. So, alright, with that being said though, that is all the time that I have for today's stream. Thank you to everybody that hung out. Thank you to everybody that lurked. VOD watchers, if you watched till the very end, I don't know, leave like a bow and arrow like emoji if it exists, or a sword thing to let me know that you watched to the very end. I'll be back here tomorrow. I'm going to be playing Don't Starve Together for the first time. Then on Friday, I'll be over on Twitch. I think I'm playing Monster Hunter World Iceborne. We will do more Diablo 4. I don't know when. Most likely next week on stream. The reason for it is because now it just kind of becomes this very slow seasonal push. Where then it's just me, like, farming to get better gear and stuff. So when I have, like, more significant process, I'll do another Diablo 4 stream. Until then, though, I don't have any plans. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I do greatly appreciate it. Most importantly, I appreciate you. And I will see you all for the next one. Until next time, guys.